This week at NASA. The STS-119 crew is set to deliver the final truss segment and its 2 solar array wings to the International Space Station. Their installation will enable the station to double its resident crew to 6 this year. Discovery's crew of 7 is commanded by Air Force Colonel Lee Archambault. The Chicago area native is approaching this mission much differently from his one previous venture into space, STS-117. During that mission, Archambault was focused on the responsibilities of piloting Space Shuttle Atlantis.
On this mission as a commander, I need to take a more global perspective of the whole mission. And I need to also allow the other crew members to become the experts on their individual fields. I stand back. I'm not really the expert on any one of the fields, although I have a little knowledge on all the fields. But I need to let them become the individual experts and trust them to take care of their job and leave them alone to do their job the way they know how to do it. So it's trying to just more or less be a chess player to assign the individual crew members to the right job so that ultimately we can accomplish our mission objectives.
NASA's orbiting Carbon Observatory satellite failed to reach orbit following an early morning liftoff from California's Vandenberg Air Force Base. First indications suggest that the vehicle's fairing failed to separate. The fairing is a clamshell-like structure that protects the spacecraft as it travels through the atmosphere.
7 seconds after Stage 2 ignition, we expected to see fairing separation. We had indications that the sequence was sent. But shortly after that, we started getting indications that the fairing did not indeed separate.
A mishap investigation board is convening to determine the cause of the launch failure. NASA contractor SAIC, Science Applications International Corporation, and Oakwood University, a historically black college and university in Huntsville, Alabama, have signed a mentor-protege agreement. This mentor-protege agreement is the first between a NASA prime contractor and an HBCU.
It's a historical day for us because we think it'll open new possibilities for our students, our faculty and staff, and this partnership is one that we highly value and believe it'll bring great returns for all of those involved in this whole process.
SAIC will provide Oakwood with technical and business assistance in technology enhancement and business administration. With both Oakwood and Marshall calling Huntsville home, the university is considered a potential pipeline of talent to the center. With the establishment of internships and postgraduate placement, all parties believe this MPA signals the beginning of a long and mutually beneficial relationship.
SAIC is very proud to be the first in NASA's program for signing a mentor-protege with a historically black university and college.
6 retirees of Rockwell International, who were instrumental in developing the Apollo crew capsules back in the 60s, visited the Dryden Flight Research Center. There they got a look at prep work on the Orion crew module. They also were briefed by Dryden's Exploration Systems Mission Directorate Chief Brent Cobley on the instrument integration being done on Orion.
The first 2 flights we're going to use just a simulation of the crew module.
The Rockwell Apollo veterans later shared their collective wisdom on managing a high-technology development effort with Dryden employees during a special town hall presentation.
Be willing to talk to each other and share your thoughts and your ideas with each other, okay? Because you may find something that someone else has been banging their head on that will solve the problems.
Don't get in the rut of doing it the same way you're doing it. Be resourceful and think about how you can do it differently.
Orion's first pad launch abort test will take place at the White Sands Missile Range in New Mexico later this year. Roger Storm, Digital Learning Network Coordinator at the Glenn Research Center, was a recent contestant on the syndicated TV game show, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Storm was in the Millionaire Hot Seat for 2 tapings of the program hosted by Meredith Vieira. You can see those episodes this week. Check your local listings to check out how Roger did. And that's This Week at NASA. For more on these and other stories, log on to www.nasa.gov.